We are here with Komets legend PC Drouin, and you are, it's Friday night, you're signing some autographs, meeting some fans here, courtesy of Midwest Box Breaks. How did that come about, and what is it like when you get a chance to come and mingle with some Komets fans who certainly remember the times that you scored many a goal here at the Coliseum?
Well, first, I hope they remember me. And Mitch reached out and said they were doing this, and we kind of went back and forth on a few dates, and this one worked perfectly, and I'm here.
When you come back and you talk to some Komets fans, what's the first thing they bring up? What do they ask you about?
Usually about those 3 championships that we won in a row there. Some epic comebacks we had. The first one with the Game 7 triple overtime will always be a good memory for me and probably for a lot of fans too.
Yeah, I run into Mr. Hodgman every once in a while. His daughter's got a pretty good volleyball swing out there. So when you talk about those guys, I mean, just some legendary rosters back there when you played with Bertram and with Chalk and Bush and Huckalo, and I mean, the names go on and on. Do you still get a chance to chat with those guys, group chat, or what's the vibe like around? Because that was a really special group for Fort Wayne.
It was, and I think that's the cool thing about those teams. We had continuance with the team, right? Like guys would play here for 4, 5, 6 years, in my case, and Chalker too, even longer. But unfortunately, no, I don't. Just life's too busy, work, kids, and all that. Every time we see each other, it's like old times. We just we connect and get back to right where we left off. But fortunately, no, I don't keep track too much of them. I talk to Chalker probably once or twice a year. Try to keep informed about his team and his career and what he's doing and stuff like that.
For you mentioned life. Where are you now? Because once you retired, you started working for SDI, and I imagine you said you're still doing that.
I'm still working with SDI, different positions here and there. We moved about 4 years ago to Fishers. So I more disconnect from the Komets and from the hockey world here. And both my boys play hockey, so I've just traveling every weekend, everywhere.
What's it like to be on the other side of the glass as opposed to being a player, but now being a dad? And I imagine you give him a little coaching as well.
I have. I coached him for a bunch of years. I think Tyler was 14 and Noah was probably 12 when I stopped coaching him. And that was probably the time. I enjoyed it. It was just hard to do and keep up. Hey, what's up?
Always good. At least he wasn't throwing punches, because that's what I remember him from his playing days.
Great to see him.
Yeah.
Great teammate.
Olivier Legault, for all you people at home.
Yeah.
When you take a look at your time, what's the one big piece of advice you give to not only your sons, but to anybody that asks you about, okay, what should I be doing? What are the things that matter coming up playing the game of hockey?
I was just giving this advice to a parent asking me last week. You just got to really love it, and you got to want to do it as much as possible. Practice, watch hockey, really get devoted to it. And I think all the good players I played with, that's what they had in common. They would stay on the ice forever, and they just wanted to learn and just love the game.
You take a look back at your career, back in '97, 3 games with the Boston Bruins up in the NHL. What was that experience like, and how do you kind of encapsulate just kind of what it means to have played on that level at one point? It
was great. I wish it would have lasted a bit longer. Sometimes I was telling my son the other day, maybe I made a mistake and left for Europe a little too early. Maybe I should have given it a second chance with a different organization at some point. But I had a blast playing hockey for a living. I ended up playing for 15 years total. Here, playing in Fort Wayne the last few years were also great. But I had some great times in Europe. Didn't get super rich from it, but rich in experience, I guess.
All right. Well, we appreciate all the stories, all the highlights, all the goals, and definitely the championships here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great to be back.
All right. He's PC Drouin. I'm Glenn Marini, and that is Komets Corner.